that have their shit together, that do very well for themselves, but I wouldn't classify them as like geniuses, you know? Other than myself, I don't know another genius.
Dude, I can't tell you how many texts I have sent telling people how fucking smart and somewhat of a genius you may be. And then it is quickly followed with, but
Hold on. I have this thing in me
you have
called dicks.
Two adults, Chris and Daryl, yeah, they run shit. Current world events and forever on some dumb shit. Fun lit with a Bush Light, especially. Even though they always getting banned, allegedly. Crack a bourbon, peep the sermon, it's just two dolts. And you know they hold it down like it's two ropes. So crack a bourbon, peep the sermon, it's just two dolts. Taking over in the game, bringing new hope.
It's party time, baby.
Welcome again to another riveting episode of the Two Dolts podcast. You can tell by this bright and shiny, glorious forehead that keeps getting
dude, you
big.
got to come up with something new.
Okay, want to start again?
You do no, we're here now.
Take
but you got to
two.
Yeah.
No,
You got to come up with something new.
My hair's getting worse.
We know this. We
I
can
don't think
see
hair's-
this.
Hair
We can
doesn't
see
get
the
better.
regression. Yeah, it does if you use Bosley. Right? Or
That's
whatever.
like fake
Hair
hair.
club for men.
They take
They
hair. from
know. They
fucking
say you can
aborted babies.
fucking no. You just regrow your own hair.
It's not true.
It's not.
No, I looked into it.
I think I'm like I've been thinking about it. I'm like a year away from just fucking and just shaving it all off.
No,
I mean, my haircuts, which the lady doesn't even use scissors. She just takes a fucking set of clippers and goes over my head and changes the blade twice, hits the fade,
Yeah,
and I walk out the door. It's like $28.
I know.
Brady's is no cheaper. He's fucking $7. He gets a basic same haircut as I do.
I agree.
Why is it fucking $30?
So the last two haircuts I've got. So I have there was a girl that was quite possibly the best haircut person of all time. She doesn't have her company anymore. So I don't go there anymore. I've thought about being like, I don't care if you come to my driveway and cut my hair. Just please do it.
Yeah.
So there's great clips. There's sport clips near me. Okay. So
we have great clips here.
Yeah. So, and it's good. You can book through the app. You can fucking do your thing or whatever. So I go to Great Clips before fucking Afro Man interview. This bitch fucked everything up. I have a very symmetrical head. I understand that my hair is not good. My hair is obtuse, if you will. But
you have what some might call Lego hair.
Sure. I get that. But the fucking head is goddamn perfect. It's an oval.
That is my problem. I think I got dragged out with forceps. My head's not.
No, your mom tried to abort you.
The back of my head's funny because I remember the black lady who used to cut my hair at Supercuts around the corner said she had a hard time with my occipital bone and the back. You can Google that. Yeah. And then I went to this new lady, Miss Jackie, when they closed, and that's where me and Brady get our haircut. I've been going there for like 10 years.
Yeah. So I go to Sport Clips. She fucks up my shit big time. Why can't I fucking see the chat now? God damn. What is it? Oh, there we go. Okay. So she fucks up my hair big time. Bigly. As she fucked up my head bigly. As Trump would say, the greatest president of the United States in history of America. So yesterday, I go, all right, I'm going to pay a little bit more. I'm going to go to Sport Clips. I'm not even going to get the fucking, have you ever been to a Sport Clips?
I don't think they have them here, but we've seen the commercials on TV for them.
Dude, it's great. If you have a good person that cuts a hair and they do the fucking accoutrement, if you will, they do the hot towel, they back massage you. It's fucking, the experience is great. It's well worth, go ahead, Daryl.
Do they have foosball?
They do not have foosball, but they do have ESPN on every TV. So you can sit there, watch TV. You can even put on the app, I believe.
Sports.
Yes.
Sports clips. Okay,
Sure.
I'm grasping that.
But you could even put on the app, I choose not to talk to somebody. And it comes through on the
Yeah, it's like you could do an Uber too. Same thing.
Yes. Yeah. I wish that you could go, like, I wish when you go into a haircut place, because, like, don't bore me with stripper talk. Where are you from? You know what I mean? Like, I don't need it.
Well, that's a good thing about where I go is the same. I will only
You
go
know
to
the
one lady.
people.
The same lady cuts my hair for the last fucking 10 years. So
You know the people. It's great. But here,
fuck
it's like,
yeah. Oh shit. Fuck no. All right. Let's fucking change this.
go Cox. Go Bandits. So I go to Sport Clips,
Oh fuck, that sucks.
and here's a telltale sign that somebody doesn't know how to cut hair. And I don't even know how she got a license. She cuts hair like a Chinaman driving in the rain. So I go, listen, I like the fucking, I like the high a little bit fade because this is all gray. This is still moderately black. Got to keep it. It's all falling out. Go ahead. What?
How do you tell her you want your widow's peak done?
Don't touch it, babe. That's what I say.
One day, the lady was cutting my hair and she got talking to Brady, who was on the other side of the room. She fucking never changed the head in the clippers and she went right down the middle of my head. And all I hear is, oh shit.
Yeah, been there.
And I look up and I'm like, I wear a hat 99% of the time.
Sure.
I don't have a wedding. I don't have anywhere to go. I go, just fucking do it. She goes, oh my God, are you sure? You're not paying for this haircut. I'm like, I don't care right now. I really don't give a fuck about my hair.
Yeah.
She doesn't even ask me with the mirror anymore. You know, how is it? I don't care.
I do the same
she
thing.
She knows I don't care.
Same
Just
thing.
Get the fucking growth off the back of my neck. Keep it short. I'm done. And I walked out. So I didn't go back for like 3 weeks because and I said the next time I'm like, let the top grow a little bit back.
Sure.
Not that there's much there, but
I like, and you could even see it in like caricatures shouldn't be so exact, but you can definitely see that there is this guy got it. He got it. You know, my hair starts middle of my head. Where Alzheimer's hits is where my fucking hairline starts. So I go to Sports Clips. I know I'm going to pay a little bit more money. Last time I went there, great experience. Girl, she cut hair like this, Daryl, like this, up. This bitch goes to this line and starts going down. I'm like, I have more experience cutting hair than this lady right now. But she was cute, so I'm going to tolerate it, you know? So she's looking at me, she's leveling some things up, and then she starts to try to blend it. And you can see now it's kind of blended, you know? It's blended okay. It's blended all right. So, but she's stuck. She goes, a guy's haircut should be what, 10 minutes? 10, 15?
Yeah, she's got us blocked out for 15 minutes, and it takes
Or
like
2.
8 minutes to do mine and probably 12 minutes to do Brady's because
Sure.
he's kind of keeps moving.
We'll call it all in 20 minutes, right? For 2. For a regular man's haircut with actual hair, a little bit more than you, no big deal.
Does your lady use scissors?
Yes, on the top. Yeah.
I used to get that.
So I'd say bake in 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
In the 25th minute, she goes, I'm new. And I say,
no shit.
I know. But what I need you to do is to make the line here not be so much like Mo from fucking Three Stooges. Okay? It's on a bowl cut. So what'd you do here? She go, I did a 0. Okay. I'm like, okay, so get a 1, and then we're going to do 1.5, and then we're going to march it back up. She goes, I think I can do that. I'm like, I fucking hope you think you can do it. So she had to call another girl over that I happen to know, sweetheart of a lady, and she comes over, and she's supposed to be gone at 4. It's 4:15, and this girl is like fucking doing anything she can to make it right. Anything she can to make it right. And the haircut was still $27 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
There's no hazard pay.
I don't get it. I just how. I know you went to school for it. I know there's an art to it. I know people like us that like the high and tight and the fading.
Sure.
On the side, I know there's a little more work involved there, rather than a guy with a nice head of lettuce where it's all scissors work.
Yeah, all those
fitting scissors and then a shortening scissors. Yeah, and all that shit. I get it, but for what you're doing to my hair, it should not cost that much.
No.
I'd gladly make it up at the end in a tip. I mean, I tip my lady very well at the end because we know her. Last weekend, we came in after her birthday. We went to the liquor store next door to I go to Supercuts. And I went to the liquor store and we bought her a bottle of wine. And Brady walked in and handed it to her.
That's nice.
Because he loves her. She's awesome. So we, all right, there's a $20 bottle of wine. $30 each for our haircuts. $15 tip. Like, it was almost $100 for us to get a haircut.
Yeah.
And Chris is bitching about. She goes, "You fuckers go every 3 weeks." Brady used to go every 4 or 5 weeks.
Right.
I go every 2 weeks. Usually every 2 weeks. Sometimes I wait a week and go 3. And just because of the shit on the back of my neck starts getting out, and I hate it.
That's where Kristen needs to step up and do it for you.
And that was the thing too. I should just have her do that. I mean, she gave me 2 haircuts during quarantine, and I hate even saying that. And one was good. The other one looked like fucking Lloyd Christmas. She gave Brady one, and it was really bad. And then we had the lady that does our hair. She came over to the house. And
I think I've cut Max's hair more here than he's ever had haircuts anywhere else.
Yeah.
And the old place was great because like I'd bring Olivia, I'd bring Max, I'd get my haircut, and then we'd get Max's haircut, and the girl would help Olivia cut Max's hair. It was awesome. Nice. It was great. Good times. But like all good times, Daryl, they come to an end, And like when you're trying to get a 0 on the head and a 0 on the beard, you don't go downstream, you go upstream.
Yeah.
She didn't even know that. I was like, hey, I think there's
against the grain.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't know why this won't cut. I'm like, go up. Go up. And I try to be nice. You know me. I'm a nice guy. No, when people serve me, I'm very nice. I say, that'll be all. And I hold up my hand and they kiss my wet fish hand. That'll be all. But, dude, she had total retardation. She had a problem. Buttons. Yeah, it was a fucking trip. And so I had to come home and I had to fucking do my beard, even though I paid for the beard trim.
I don't even know if we have Fantastic Sam's around here anymore.
Fantastic Sam's was a shit. Especially when
we have Supercuts is the big one.
Magic prize comes out the bottom.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
That was where I saw my first titty. Was Fantastic Sam's. I think it was 12 or 13. They used to wash your hair all the time.
Yeah.
And a chick had a low-cut shirt and she leaned in and I like Beavis and Butthead. Saw the top of the mountain, I'm like, whoa, hey. I went home, immediately went in the bathroom and spent a little extra time in there.
Got it.
But so I know we do have some great clips, I think, around here. I think there's a couple. Supercuts is the big place. We have a Lady Jane's.
Yeah.
I don't know how, and every time I drive by it, it's fucking empty. They have air hockey, they have foosball, they have the TVs, they have a lounge, and it's like, this is the whole man's experience. Yo, I don't want to hang out with other dudes getting their haircuts and just play a random game of foosball with a guy.
I get that.
I want to get in, get my haircut, and get out. I don't care that you guys are dressed like fucking G.I. Jane and tits are hanging out. It's like the fucking Hooters of haircuts. I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care. I get the concept. I got a buddy that goes there and he's like, dude, the hot towel and all that shit afterwards. I'm like, you're single and a fucking complete and utter pervert. There's only one reason you go there. We get it. But I just don't know how it's still open. And it's still open. Every time I go to DeBella's, it's next door. There's not a fucking soul in there. The girls are sitting in the leather chairs with the massage function on, watching sports because nobody goes in there. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think that's better served for like more bustling places where you got to get in and get out. But there was a Lady Jane's in Apex, North Carolina that was pretty fucking awesome. I would come down the road from work. You could take the right-hand turn into the parking lot. Hard to find parking. And also, there was a bar right next to it. So you put your name in, And then you go have a couple beers. You come back in. Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. I'm next door. I'll be there in 2 minutes.
Sure.
Let
It's
me
great.
pay for my tab.
It's great. But holy fuck, man. Like this, the last 66% of the last haircuts I've gotten, I've had to go home and fix my fucking hair.
I've given up. I don't care.
And I think I could just do it myself. Just do it myself. I'm just kind of over it. I couldn't do worse. I mean, okay, let's be honest. This is the good part. This is not the good part. I'm paying more money to fix the bad part than the good part. You know?
Did you just dye your beard not long ago?
No, this is regular color now.
Not, you just said now, so you did.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I remember it being like darker.
Well, this is all down to 0 because we did 0 up here too. So like it hasn't had the chance to turn gray yet. I'm a man of leisure.
I don't have I have some gray sprinkled in.
You don't have your hair grow enough to have gray.
It does. They're sprinkled in. I see it more in my facial hair than I do on my actual hair. But I have gotten a handful of strays in my eyebrows. And those motherfuckers are so hard to get out. They hurt.
The worst is, I do the nose check when I'm going somewhere. If I'm going to go meet with friends at a bar or something like that, I'll just look up the old gobble goo and see if there's any fucking stragglers hanging down.
And if there is, your first phone call is Roto-Rooter with that thing, right?
Yes, I have a very pronounced nose. It's the African in me. It's no big deal. Patrick Ewing. So the one day, I'm like, is that a booger? So I'm fucking scraping, I'm pulling, I'm putting tissues up there, everything. No, it's a confluence of 9 to 30 gray hairs in my nose. And I'm like, it's obvious I'm dying. Now's the time. So then I reach in and I start ripping them out. And I'm pulling out. Go ahead. Yep.
No, I want you to finish your story, but I got something to go back to on this.
Because I don't have that thing that makes you cry when you pull out a nose hair.
Oh, really? I do.
No, I can yank.
That single tear runs down like
no, like and the hair in the Hendersons when you get the fuck out of here. So I'm ripping, I'm pulling, I'm ripping, I'm pulling, I'm ripping and pulling. I get 99% of the Klan rally up my nose, out of my nose, right? They're all white. Come on, use the fucking.
I know. I got the reference.
Thank you. And there's still this one, but it's the thickest one. And he's like, "Fuck you," and I'm like, "No, fuck you," and he's like, "No, fuck you." And I finally got that bitch, and I almost put it in my pocket because I was gonna bury him outside and piss on it. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you this as you got started with this story. So
it was a long story.
You trim your nose hairs by yanking them out with your fingers.
When I'm bored, but I also kind of have that little fucking tool.
You get the electric one?
Yeah.
I don't have one of those. I have a little grooming kit that came with like tweezers and nail clippers, and it came with a small pair of scissors that have a little rounded head, which I'm assuming was for your nose.
Yeah.
I don't know why they have rounded head.
Yeah, so you can get into the concaves of the.
So that's what I do. I go in there, I just fucking work my way around. Then I stick the toilet paper douche up my nose, and all that shit comes out. But I've been known to also you'll feel it one day. You got that one hair, you can feel it at the end.
Oh, I had it when I
was. And it starts back in your fucking nasal cavity underneath your eye. So you grab it, and I'm like, this is gonna hurt, and I'm like, fuck, and I pull it, and all of a sudden, nothing. There's no pain. And then that fucking hair comes out, and I'm always enamored with this shit. It's this fucking long. I'm like,
yeah, we can't grow hair on our head anymore.
No, but I can get it here, and I can get it here.
My fucking ears are like, what's up?
Do you get any gray hair in your pubes?
Medium.
Your pubis region. I only get them on the right side. I don't get them on the left side. I don't know why. Like maybe the right side of my pubis region is older than the left side. I'm not sure that works.
Yeah, no, I don't have any gray pubes yet.
It's weird when you see one, dude.
Yeah, we're just getting old, man.
I
We're
get
just
them at the
old.
top because the rest of it's, cleaned as,
Attaboy.
whatever.
As you work hard for your money.
Yeah.
He works hard for his money. Yeah, no, what about ear hair? Where you at with that?
I don't get a lot.
Oh,
But I'll like get an itch. I'll be like, and now all of a sudden you can feel that tick, tick, tick of that thick little short hair that's in there. And I get the tweezers and I'll try to pull it out and it fucking hurts. And then
Oh,
there's
no.
sometimes I can't get it out. I'm like, Krista, come here. I got one in here. I can't find it. I'm
Dude.
digging around. And all of a sudden she goes in there. She's like, hold still. Then she grabs half the skin, fucking yanks that thing out. And it's like fucking millimeter long. I'm like, it felt like it was this big.
It's like
a tree root.
brush. It's like what are those brushes
It's
you
the
clean
worst
grills
open
with, like
ever.
an aluminum fucking
Yeah, like the wire brush.
Yeah, it's like a wire brush tensile strength, I almost got in a fucking, like, the guy almost got out of his car behind me. So he was driving slow. And I think he knew he was driving slow because he was on his phone. And I'm doing this. I'm in my ear, dude, picking ear hair out. And I think he thinks I'm fucking flicking him off or I'm doing fucking one of these things.
Shoot myself. Fuck you. Stop
So
beeping. I'll do it.
This dude stops abruptly in the road and goes to get out. And I roll my window down. I'm like, I'm cleaning my ears. He goes, oh, cool. He gives me the fucking.
So no problem.
Yeah, my bad. But I think he was like thinking I'm doing this. I'm fucking like,
I'm going to shoot you or myself.
Dude, there's been times where, and wives should do the checkup on husbands. Cause I think husbands do the checkups on wives, like if.
I have to check out random back moles on Krista because she can't see them and she wants to know if they're getting darker and has to go to her dermatologist and shit. I got to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's things.
I forgot where the fuck I was. I think when we were in Mexico. I look in the mirror and it had a fucking good mirror light, the kind that illuminates around the whole fucking thing. You got the over thing. So I'm really in it. And I see an earlobe hair about that long. And I'm like, bitch, you're around me all the time.
You don't see this.
That's got to be akin to like if she eats broccoli and has a little thing in her tooth. You got to be like, hey, just get it.
I don't know. I'm 50-50 on telling my wife about those things.
I'm hanging out with Miles. And Miles, I don't know where you're at with chapstick.
I love it. Oh, mine's up in my room. I use it all the time.
He loves chapstick too.
Yeah.
I don't like to use chapstick.
I do.
But he takes a little chapstick and then I see him do it. And then I'm going over here, going over there. We're doing the whole thing. And I come back and he's got like a little bit of thing right here.
He'll get caught.
And all these people were talking to him. And all these people are his friend. And
I'm torn on that shit. I mean, I don't want to be embarrassing, but I want to stop you from being embarrassed. I'm like,
if I'm your friend, so if you ever have something in your tooth, I'll be like, hey, you got something in your tooth.
I'm not telling you.
But I literally did like a fucking kindergarten mom. I fucking was like, hey, let's just get that right off your lip right now. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. Why'd you put the whole thumb in your mouth?
Why'd you put 8 fingers in my mouth and then get the thing off my lip? No, I just think that's the marker of a good friend, We go out to eat. This is why I don't like steak. I have a fucking
I get it. Yeah.
I got caverns in my
teeth. Where I had my tooth yanked and I had my implant in. Then they had to pull that out and put a bridge in because the implant didn't grab. There's a space over the top. It's a clear. It goes in and out. You could drive a fucking train through it on the top.
Yeah.
And my gum hasn't dropped down enough to fill that void. So every time I go to get my teeth cleaned, she's like, hey, you're doing a good job. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we got a water pick at home. That motherfucker's got an inch of dust on it because we've never turned it on. But I have toothpicks in my lunchbox at work. I have a bag of them in my truck.
Yeah.
So we go to Giancarlo's or whatever, and we're in Chris's Jeep. And I'm like, please tell me you got a fucking toothpick from Wild Wings or something in your fucking car. She's like, oh, and she finds one, the little wrapped in plastic one. I'm like, thank God. I'm digging out like 4/5 of my fucking steak. And I'm like, oh, this is really good again.
Where are you at with, let me ask you this question.
This is the most random open 25 minutes I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, we're doing
We'll
good.
eventually get going here. Eventually.
Well, we have no topics, so we're just
We don't.
fucking shooting the shit.
Yeah.
You know those like little it's like a plastic thing.
Those little sticks. Yeah, those little floss sticks.
Yeah. I don't mind them. But I still don't think you should do them when you're around other people.
Correct.
Like flossing in front of other people is just fucking insane.
Walk into the bathroom and say, I got to take a leak or I got to go wash my hands. Bang that shit out. It takes 30 seconds. Yeah.
When I was, when we first moved here, we were living with Tanya's parents while we found a house. And like every family's different. I'm not talking shit, but they all walk around the house and floss. And you get that. And you know me with noises. I would leave the house. I actually had them hook up their camper. And I would just go in the camper and sit. Because they would just walk around and floss.
I can't.
I'm sure they all got great teeth.
Yeah.
Tiny's got a great head of teeth. Want to knock it out with a sledgehammer some days. But it's great head of teeth.
So that's what it's called, right? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But, you know, we're picking up what you're putting down.
If you can say great head of hair.
Yeah.
You can't say great head of teeth?
No, great mouth. Mouth of teeth.
That sounds a little predatory. You got a nice mouth.
You got a pretty mouth.
She's got a nice mouth on her. Except when it comes to the blowies. It's like kind of average. Yeah. I think there should still be some secrets between people. You know, you can't just fucking like they're at the fucking dinner table.
Yeah,
knocking out teeth. No, I'm not.
I've been buying these big 2-pound bags of like chunks of sausages.
Oh, yeah,
and shit that somebody gave me at work one day, and they're fucking phenomenal. I would take a little bag of them at work, but the problem is all that shit in the skin will get fucking caught in my teeth. Mm-hmm. So obviously I have toothpicks, and I put one in my mouth. I dig whatever I can out of it, and you think you're done, but you know you're gonna find more.
Yep.
So I come back after lunch and I got a toothpick in my mouth, and the guy I work with starts talking to me, and it's like, as my tongue's moving around, I feel the chunk coming. But I'm like, I wait until he's done talking, and I go back to work. He goes back to work, and then I dig it out. Yeah. You know, I'll move my toothpick around my mouth, but I won't dig because somebody's there. I'm not going to just sit there while you are out. We just had pizza logs and all that shit. And beers, and then all of a sudden grab a toothpick out of my pocket and start digging. I'm not going to do it. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to wait till your back's turned, you're talking to somebody else, or I'm going to go in the bathroom and take care of it.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of weird to me. Like just, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and fucking floss right in front of you. No.
I've never been a big floss guy. They tell me all the time to do it at my dentist, and I never do it, but the last couple times I've been in for my cleanings, they're like, everything's looking amazing. I'm like, fuck, man, all I do is brush my teeth once a day.
Good job, vodka. The vodka's dissolving everything. I was gonna ask something else. What was it?
This is the health and wellness show.
Yeah, grooming. Yeah. All right. Let's say that you have gone a couple days. How many times a week do you shave your pubis? Is it every time in the shower?
No.
Sometimes
like my wife's getting the thing, so like there's no point right now.
Oh, okay.
So I would just wait, like once a week, like once a week, and I use my wife's razor too.
Yeah, same.
It feels it's so much better.
So if mine gets a little long, I use the clippers to trim it up, and then I use the razor to shave it down.
Yeah.
I just found out today that there is a type of clipper that can go over sometimes you get a little hair on the shaft.
Yeah.
You know? So it can go over the shaft, no problem. It can go over the balls, no problem. Because this episode is sponsored by fucking... What's the name of that company? Fucking I don't know, ball something. I don't know. Hang on. Wait. Ball. Kits. Oh yeah. This episode is Brought to you by Manscaped.
Oh yes, fuck.
Good old Manscaped. Hey guys, it's hard to shave your ball. We're just auditioning right now.
Every time I hear that commercial, it takes me back to
O&A?
no, the fucking the movie we love. With Stainer. The airport guys.
She's not that into you. No,
No.
she's the one. She's
No. Come on. We gotta come back. We're not looking this up.
We're
We
not
gotta
looking
come.
it
We
up.
gotta come with this.
okay.
It's not that she's not that into you.
It's not girl next door.
She's out of your league.
She's out of your league. God
Yes.
damn it. Good job.
Yeah.
Buddy.
When the chubby little friend shaves his nuts.
Yeah. Kirky. Great movie.
Every time I see those Manscaped commercials, that's all I think about is that fucking scene.
Yeah, but like we can buy equipment right now that can go over the scrotum, you know? So
I wouldn't. I wouldn't
told-
trust blades going like this at 1,000 miles an hour. I will take.
I don't think they have the
this
teeth.
straight.
I think it's some alien technology.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'd
I
rather
told you
use my
this.
wife's soft razor.
I think I texted you this in an emergency about 3 years ago. I have something called piriformis syndrome, where sometimes my hamstring will pull too hard and it'll disrupt this piriformis muscle, and the piriformis muscle hits your fucking sciatic nerve, and it's just a bag of shit. It's terrible. So I was going to go get that worked on at this witch in the woods that has a tent, you know, but she was going to have to like work near or around my butt region.
Ooh.
So I thought, being a gentleman,
What the fuck is going on here?
I'll trim
Okay.
it all up a little bit, you know?
Hey, yeah.
So I hop in the shower, clip everything up, and I'm not asking for hand jobs. I'm not a fucking creep. If she wanted to give me one, that's cool. It's on her. But I'm not a creep. But I just didn't want her to see like the bunny tail sometimes I have for asshole hair. It's a problem. So
I can tell you're worried about that. I can tell you these people have seen 100 times worse.
that I should have that frame.
And that's where I'm at with this. Like when I have to go for a colonoscopy.
Colin or colon?
Colin.
I don't. Is it on your friend Colin, or is it like in your
Colon? It's
bubble?
colon, colonoscopy,
yeah.
colon, whatever.
Which
Fuck,
is
I have
weird
to
because
get
it was Colin Powell back in the day.
colon
They
pounding.
named him but if he was an asshole as a kid, Colin's a great name for him.
I'm
Is it
I'm
Colin?
afraid.
No, Colin, he's
I'm
my-
afraid of that for two reasons. One is I'm like, man, they're gonna have to transverse this. They're gonna spread my legs.
Traverse, not
Traverse?
transverse.
Oh, man.
Transverse is the universe we're coming into right now, where all the guys cut their dicks off. I gotta get a pen. I gotta name this episode The Transverse into the transverse.
Traverse into my asshole, and I'm like, I'm kind of worried about. I'm not shaving. I'm not bleaching my asshole. I'm not waxing my asshole. It is what it is, and I gotta think there's way worse things
For
that they're gonna
sure.
see.
Yeah.
I'm like 51. I'm not fucking obese. You know, I somewhat take care of myself. Dude, I've lost fucking 12 pounds already.
You look great.
My mom even said it the other day. Dude, my dad snickered when I told him I had a personal trainer. He's like what, Dad? I put on 40 pounds after my fucking arm, and I go, your wife pulled me aside while we were camping and started crying because she was worried about my weight, as was I. But I said, once this is done, I'm going to I'm fucking signed up.
For a while there, you were very rotund.
Oh yeah, dude. What do you expect?
Yes.
I'll give I tell anybody the same thing. You fucking went through what I did for 8 months, not being able to do anything. You're not going to the gym. Obviously, you still have to eat. I'm not gorging on food. I'm just eating. And don't move and don't do anything and literally live, sleep, and eat in a recliner. Dude, it happens. So I said, enough is enough. I made a fucking healthy choice and said, I went to the gym. I signed up, got a gym membership. Talked to them, and I said, I want a trainer. I want somebody to teach me what to do here to take care of this. I'm down 12 pounds. I'm
Without
feeling
sounding
fucking
condescending.
good. And I want to like, I literally want to go to the gym almost every day now. Yes, you with your hand up.
Thanks. Without sounding condescending, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Because like,
And all your fat jokes over the years, I've kept those receipts.
that was
I
for
have.
you. That wasn't for
No,
me.
it wasn't. It was for you 100%. So
No.
it's all good, bro. It's all good. It's all love. I deserve most of them. Things
Yeah.
are changing.
You were a little chubby.
Yeah.
You had
Things
some
are
big
changing.
tits.
Yeah.
I'm not a
They're
big
starting.
tit
They're
guy.
starting to
I
go
wanna
down
get-
a little, and I noticed my guts starting to leave, and I actually have an extra space in my belt buckle. So
I've
I'm like,
seen
I'm
you
good.
in hoodies where you looked like 50 turkeys put into a garbage bag.
Dude, it's like fucking 47.
Right now, you look great, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound fucking condescending.
Yeah. My
And
trainer's like, is this too much? I'm like, dude, I love all this.
Yeah, bring it.
I need to know what to do. So like when I come in the gym on the off days, I'm not just riding a bike or walking on a treadmill or doing whatever the one is where you carry the kettlebell down and back and I move it around my body, whatever that is. I just don't want to do that. I want to get on the cable machines, which we worked on big time last week. Balance, standing on fucking wobbly shit, doing stuff. I'm like, this is what I want to do. He's like, he's worried about my shoulder. I'm like, dude, all this shit, like the fucking the wood chopper shit.
Hurt your shoulder. You're not going to re-injure your shoulder. The worst you can do is hurt it, and you're down for a couple of weeks. But you can still walk. You can still do whatever. But
and like he said,
where's the breaking point?
Yeah, so like he's starting with like 1 or 2 plates, doing these wood chop things, and swinging like golf swings, and we're doing all that shit with my arm. And he's like, dude, how's it feel? How's it feel? I'm like, this 5 or 10 pounds resistance and all the shit we're doing, it feels fucking great. I walk out of there and I feel good. I'm like, he's like, I'd rather have you do 20 of those at 10 pounds rather than do 25 pounds and do 4 of them.
I agree.
He goes, more reps, less weight is 100 times better than you just fucking. And I'm like,
well, so I started working out with this guy. That was a fucking run-on sentence.
What's up, Kyle?
Okay. I started working out with this guy, and he doesn't just like work out your tits. He works out the parts of your tits. He doesn't work out your back. He works out individual muscles in your back. And it's fucking the worst. Because when you're a guy, you want to go, okay, if we're gonna bench, and we're starting off with like fucking the 45 plus 30 to let's call it 95 pounds.
45's the bar, right?
Yeah, and
roughly.
So let's call it 95 pounds. So I'm doing it, and he goes, okay, great, but you're doing it all wrong. We're gonna do it this way, and I'm like, I start to do it the right way, and he goes, and I'm like, it's too heavy. He goes, I know, we need to move down in weight. And I'm like, this is 95 fucking pounds. He goes, yeah, but you're benching the wrong fucking way.
Yeah.
And he walks you through it. I'll be doing shit like stuff's totally foreign to me. I'm not a weightlifter, never have been. And he'll be touching muscles. And he's like, if this muscle isn't firing, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And it is, I was moderately hungover doing a workout, which I thought I was going to have a fucking heart attack. But I remember saying to him, this is the most humbling thing I've ever been through in my life.
Yeah.
Like we're moving 30 pounds in both hands. No weight. Like if a guy attacks me in a bar and he's even heavier than me, I know I can get him. I know I can do it. I know I can. Like I'm good at that stuff. I know I can push him off. 120 pounds is a fucking moderately fat model. You know, like I could throw that bitch through a wall. But the way we do it and the muscles that we're only working on, I'm cooked in fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 fucking minutes. I actually want him to get him on the podcast because I think it'd be good content for him, obviously. But I think a lot of people go to the gym and a lot of people do busy work, and the busy work, it doesn't actually get you results.
Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of. I just don't want to get caught in that routine. I want to do a little bit more.
And then when you don't see a change, then you keep paying the gym membership and you never go because you didn't see the change anyways. People only go for a couple weeks. I don't see a fucking difference. Fuck that shit. I'm not going to go today. I'm a little lazy. I love having to be accountable to the time that I have to be there. I love that stuff. I do.
My trainer told me, he's like, it takes 66 days to build a routine.
Yeah.
He
And
goes,
most
you
people
keep
give
doing
up in
this. And he
2
goes, and that's the thing too. So he's always asking me, is this too much? You know, how's your shoulder or anything? I says, no, man, I want to walk out of here sore. The one day we were working on like core and whatnot, and he was telling me he's an endurance runner. He's about my height, probably about a 135, you know, how
Jesus.
runners are, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And he's an endurance runner. So he asked me what I want. I said, I need to lose my belly fat. I just want to lose some of this weight. I said, I don't want to be in a ripped off fucking muscle shirt with the strings,
Sure.
you know, with arms this big out there fucking benching 300. I'm 51 years old. I don't need abs or anything. I says, I want to rehab my shoulder. I want my shoulder to be stronger. I want to get a little stronger. I said, I want to get back into playing hockey this fall, golf this summer. And I said, I just joined the volleyball league at work. I want to play sports again. I want to be active.
What do you
so
think
he's like, we're working on that. So we're doing like core work. And he goes, most athletes are, what's the front part of your leg? Your quad? He said, most people are quad heavy.
Yeah.
Like those muscles are there and that's that. He goes, when you're going to build a hockey player and everything, you got to build them from the ass forward.
Yeah. Yeah. That's me.
And I was like, okay. So we were doing these exercises and he goes, this is going to be good for your glutes. And every move I made, he goes, I did one. He goes, now, did you feel that here, here, and here? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I did. Yeah. And it's like amazing. So we got done with the one ass exercise for glutes or whatever. He goes, this is going to make your jaw stronger. I says, what? He goes, I guarantee you when you walk out of here later today.
Cock in your mouth.
Yeah. He goes, your jaw's going to hurt. I'm like, what? How? He goes, your ass is connected to your jaw through whatever. And I said, no fucking way, man.
I understand physiology.
Me neither, but this dude does. We were doing these fucking exercises. I was laying on the floor. They had a resistance band around me and some kettlebells, and I was thrusting my hips and I had a ball under my feet, doing all this shit. All core, hips, leg work.
You're in like a sex swing.
And I walk out of there. By the time I got home, I was walking on my fucking steps. You could see me on the camera.
Yeah.
My jaw hurts.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't even talk.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm like, this dude knows what he's talking about. So I'm like, whatever you tell me, I'm listening, man.
Yeah. And here's the thing that I think a lot of trainers hear, and I seriously, hopefully next week he can be on the podcast. He has me doing this like chest workout that is totally foreign. Like and we're only trying to work the bottom of the titty. That's it. Right. And then we start doing some top of the titty stuff, which I've never worked in my life. Cause I've fucking Barbie doll bits. Right. So then he gives me a 10-pound plate and he goes, squeeze it. And then I want you to go out and up. Like I'm fucking Daniel Danielson, like getting ready for the fucking All Valley Hill tournament. And he goes, okay, now we want to go up. Now, and I'm doing this shit. And I've never been more on fire in my titties in my fucking life.
Yeah.
And it was fucking 10 pounds. It was 10 fucking pounds.
I don't know. I think the plates are 5 pounds a piece on this huge cable machine we use. We go in the back room and they got, you know, it's just me and him. And there was me and another dude in there. It's been all he's doing. He's old. He's got a weird.
There's so many.
His fucking head goes around, and we do the cable shit all the time. And one of them was he put 2 fucking plates on, whatever, got a level, handed me. They hooked up the thing to the long bar.
Yep.
And he says, grab it here like a baseball bat. And he goes, you know, just bring it in. And he goes, I don't want you out all the way because of your shoulder, and you don't want that weight. You never want the weight all the way out.
Sure.
He goes, go 3/4. We're doing that. And then the next one was switch it around, face the other way. And he goes, like, stir the pot. He goes, like the size of a basketball, just make circles. So you got fucking, it's pulling you one way.
Yeah,
your other hand's straightening out. So it's your other arm's getting fucking flexed. I'm like, this is great. I left feeling good. And Krista asked me the other day, she goes, how's it going? I says, I felt great after the second week. I started to feel better about myself. Mm-hmm. I enjoy going there. I don't know what I'm doing.
Dude,
I walk in, it's intimidating as fuck, but I'm walking around seeing dudes bigger than me, sweating their ass off, putting in the work. I see Dude's 23 years old with fucking arms on him like this, shredded, doing shit. I see girls that are Instagram models walking around doing their shit, stretching, fucking crunches, all their work and everything. They all started somewhere, right?
Yes, of course.
And that's what we said. He goes, don't worry about it. He goes, you ask anybody in here for help. Good. There's even the fucking meatheads are there to help you. They don't want to see you get hurt. They want to help you. But talking to Sammy, he even said that he's got, and I asked him about this too while I was going through rehab. He's got an edge when it comes to working out at the gym because he knows way more about that, how muscles move and work, than kids that are in the gym every day.
Of course, yeah.
You know, he's like, just changing your hand angle fucking changes everything. He goes, they don't know this. He goes, so I'm working out and I'm doing kind of the same thing they are, but it's different. And they asked, they're like, why are you doing that way? He's like, I'm a PT. When you change your arm angle, it changes all the muscles that get used.
Yeah.
And he goes, it's incredible. So they're always asking him for advice all the time. And I said, that's great. So, I mean, he's kind of helped me a little bit.
He starts working out, he gets big real quick because he knows how to work the actual muscles that you want to work.
Yeah.
And I thought like going doing in like flies, like going and doing this.
Yeah.
You feel it back here, you feel it back here. But like I was doing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, he's like, well, you want to do flies? I'm like, yeah, I usually use like 30s or 35s. He goes, all right, so we're going to do 15s. I'm like, what are you, gay? And then he has me doing it the right way, and I almost shit my pants. Like almost. It's insane.
And that was the thing too, is like he told me, he goes, less weight and more reps is better than more weight and less reps. Like when we were doing the sled, he's like, this thing with the one plate on it and the weight of the sled, he goes, probably about 110 pounds.
Sure.
He goes, we can put another 40-pound plate on here. He goes, but it ain't going to do you any good.
Yeah,
he goes, I'd rather have you go down, pull it down and do the thing. And he goes, high step it back 4 to 6 times, then go down and back once or twice with more weight on it. He goes, this is going to be way better. I said, that's all.
Well, and honestly, I remember texting you when this was happening to me, but we did leg day and we went fucking balls to the wall. And then I had to get out the old like shoulder machine. I had to ice my quads. I couldn't get up and down stairs. It was a fucking problem. And
yeah, I mean, eventually I'll get to that point too, but I'm looking forward to that day, you know?
It's awesome. Yeah.
Like I walk out of there and there's days I'm tired and you know, you feel it the next day. Obviously I've never done this, you know, 3 weeks I've been in the gym. So this is all new. I mean, there's a couple days where it's like, I'm just starting to break a sweat and he's like, don't worry. He goes, we're going to start firing. We're really going to get into this. He goes, right now, I want to just make sure I know what you're capable of and we're good. And he goes, I don't want you to re-injure your arm. I'm like, at this point, I'm done babying it to a point. You know, I'm not.
Same way, and I didn't have the same injury as you, but like I put my shoulder out. My shoulder was like down to fucking my belly button. And
I remember your collarbone or whatever, your trap was over here.
Yeah. And you know, there was a time where, and I didn't go to PT for it. I just fucking
I'll fix it myself.
Yeah, I felt it out. But there was a time when I got so sick of like my head getting in the way of my body. I'm like, well, and what I just said to you about 10 minutes earlier, I knew I wasn't going to rip my shoulder in half again.
Yeah.
So if I strain it and hurt it, then I know then that's the fucking break point.
Yeah, it's your limit right there.
But until I go there, I don't know.
I need to be there.
Yeah. So I just decided to say, fuck it. I'm going to go after it. And it never fucking, now what's weird is like, if I grab a coffee pot sometimes still to this day, cause I probably should have had surgery, but if I grab a coffee pot and go to pour it left-handed, this motion sometimes makes it a little fucking weird.
Yeah.
But at least I know it. I'm not fucking like only doing things right-handed. I'm not letting this thing go to atrophy because I'm a fucking bitch.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'd rather go after it, you know?
Yeah. He's giving me some exercise. I'm like, yo, I did this in PT. Like the other day, he gave me a 2-pound medicine ball. And he's like, just do this with it. Just throw it up and catch. Just stay here. I'm like, I did that laying on my fucking stomach.
Yeah.
And he goes, just do it like for 15 seconds. I'm like, I was doing it for 30 to 40 seconds, laying on my stomach with my arm out because they were trying to get my arm angle to go back.
Yep.
Because it was at that point where it's like, it's now or never. Because if we don't break through that, you're never going to lift your arm more than here. You want it to go up. So I haven't left with my shoulder feeling sore. Again, we haven't went fucking super hard, which is great.
Yeah, you haven't gone in the deep water yet. But
we're baby stepping this, and I love it. I'm telling him, like, dude, he texts me random days. He's like, dude, you did a great job today. He goes, it's nice that when I show you something, your form, and you listen. He goes, there's some people you got to correct all the time. And I said, I'm trying to do it right the first time. And I'm like, I told him, if it doesn't look right, let me know. Like doing plank shit. I'm like, I can't do that.
He goes, you know what? The cool part about you is that you're coachable. You have to be coachable.
You have to.
And I'm 44. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but in my brain, I have to kind of like acquiesce to the expert sometimes. You gotta go, okay, well, that's the way it is.
I know these guys know way more than I do. And I'm all right with it. You guys are the experts. And if you're telling me we're gonna do all this shit and not put mad strain on my shoulder to the point where I'm gonna get hurt, then I trust you. I believe you. Let's go.
And there's going to be a time where you go, you know what? That's as much as I can do. This is what this one fucking guy does. And I love him. I do. He's actually going to be a friend. He's already a friend. But when you're doing fucking curls, let's just say, and you're doing it the right way, you're just maximizing this fucking muscle, which I've never done in my life because I've always done fucking this shit, you know? So I'm doing it. And then he goes, and I'm on fucking tilt. And he goes, all right, 3 more. So I muscle through 3 more. He goes, all right, you got 5 more in you. I'm
like, you've got 10 more.
On fire. I'm gonna find where you live. I'm gonna burn your house down. But it's that mentality that you need to kind of take. And there's times where I got nothing left, and he'll kind of like grab the cables and fucking help. And I'm like, all I'm doing is I'm holding on to this thing, and you're pulling it up. He goes, you're doing more than you even think you're doing. And all you got to do is you got to break the fibers down. You got to break them. And he is Satan. And I don't like working out with him because I don't like working out.
I'm starting to like it. And I understand, like when I asked you and Ortez about it, I'm like, hey, I got 2 choices. I can leave work and go right away. And then I got to come home and go to bed. I said, or I can come home, go to bed, get up, and then go. And I'm like, what do you guys do? What do you think would be best? Morning. Because obviously my schedule is a little different. And both of you guys said, hey, when I work out, I get that little burst of energy. I feel real good about, things. And what's that? The adrenaline just gets going. The serotonin and shit just is flow. Dopamine's flowing and you're feeling good. And I could see how if I did that I wouldn't be able to sleep in the morning. Yeah, I'd be fucked up. Yeah. So now, now I'm going at like 11:30, 12. I come home, get 4 or 5 hours sleep, and I come home and I'm like, I feel fucking good. I don't. I don't sleep much. This whole third shift fucks me up, and then going to the gym early fucks me up, and it is what it is. But I've been, like Chris said, I've been feeling better.
I have a product
about everything.
Can I sell you this product?
Oh, sure.
Have you ever heard of something called grounding?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Intentional grounding.
Yes.
So on Amazon, there's a type of sheet you can buy that has little metal fibers going through it and has like a little plug thing that you can grab.
I'm not sure I like where this is going already.
Take it into the bathtub and it would not
wrap yourself in it and then get into an ice bath.
So there's a whole thing that the earth is grounding. And I have a sheet.
Does this go back to the people that wear the copper wristbands?
No,
bracelets?
It's not like that.
Okay.
It's not like that. So the earth has like the ground has like natural properties in it that can help you with a lot of shit.
So that's why when lightning hits it, it spreads out.
Yeah.
Dies out. Okay.
Let me see if I can find. I'll find a video.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go.
YouTube. I can't spell YouTube. Grounding. Grounding sheet.
You got to put an anti-glare shield on that computer.
I know. I just bought an anti-glare fucking thing. It's better than it used to be.
It'd actually be better if you changed the angle so that fucking glare was on your giant forehead.
Yeah, make it all about you. That's cool.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'll do whatever. Whatever you want, bud. All right, let me get through the thing. Okay, so there's a sheet that you can buy that you plug into the ground of your outlet. That is the ground of your house, right? So the little round hole in the 3-prong thing, that's the ground. So you plug your sheet into the ground. Okay?
All right.
This is 22 minutes. I'm not going to play 22 minutes worth of it. Hang on. I'm telling you, it works. Does grounding work? Let's get something that's like 2 minutes long. 21 minutes.
Where are you with like weighted blankets? I heard they work miracles.
I do like them.
Yeah. Do you have one? Do you use it?
Have you Max?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good for kids too.
Yeah.
Also helps keep their ass in bed. They can't fight their way out of it.
I can't find a good video. Anyway,
right.
So
okay,
you put the sheet on your bed, and then you hook it into the ground, and you sleep. And I swear to God, when I would wake up not doing it, my back would hurt, my knees would hurt, all the things that have fucking trauma hurt a little bit, you know?
How'd your head feel?
Just the same, just terrible. I keep getting fucking loved. I keep getting left. It's a whole problem. Dad, I miss you. But for real, we bought the sheet, and the surgery knee that I have, it's not as bad in the morning. It's $50 fucking dollars. You put it over your king mattress.
Oh, I don't have one of those. So
Queen.
Okay. Yeah.
You put in it's $46. You put it into your queen mattress. You plug it in, and it's fucking great, man.
Do you lay on it, or is it one of the sheets?
It's the bottom sheet. It's
it's like the fitted sheet kind of, but you use a bottom sheet for that. Okay.
Yeah. So it's awesome. It's awesome.
All right.
It's worth it.
I'll look into it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's worth it.
We need to get a new bed anyhow.
I'm trying to.
Back hurts and
we're at the age where we need to try whatever the fuck we can get. I don't care if it's fucking beetroot or fucking.
I'm going to draw my line at that. I mean, I've been trying to be better about eating and whatnot. I mean, I'm not going on like Kyle's shits on me at work. He's like, "Oh, that doesn't look like it's on your fucking diet." I'm like, I'm not a diet. Just because I have a personal trainer, I'm not on a diet. We haven't talked about that yet. He just wants me to work, and he goes, "Well, obviously you're going to get to that down the road." But I said, I'm not changing my diet. I'm sorry. You're not going to make me eat fish and salads and fucking kale and all that shit. It just ain't happening. Can I cut down on X and switch to this? Sure. Fucking, I eat cottage cheese like it's going out of style. Great probiotic. Great for you. I love cottage cheese. I'll eat that shit all day. I've been eating a lot of fucking fruits lately. Just because.
What are their names?
I
was gonna make
like strawberries and raspberries and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I think so. I'm trying to do his diet that he gave me from Monday through Friday, and it's tough. But I work from home. I don't have your life, so it's easy for me to go eat at fucking 8, eat at 11, eat at fucking 1, and just kind of like. It's easy for me to go do that. But
like we listen to an oldie station at work, and then at midnight till 5 a.m. they have John Tesh clips, and Gib Gerard, I think is his buddy, and they're always talking about like health and wellness, and they're like, if it ain't good for you, help you, make you happier, we're not gonna put it on here. And some of the shit's it's great to listen to. It really is. Sure. And they're always talking about like, and it's literally based around people that work a normal life first shift. Like when you get up in the morning, you do this, and this is what you need to do, and blah, blah, this will help you. And I'm like, what about me?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I have to dive in and do some research about people that work overnights, because what we're doing is not normal. It is not conducive to a healthy lifestyle
I agree.
by any means.
Yeah.
We are awake while we're supposed to be sleeping. We're sleeping when you're supposed to be awake. Our lives are turned upside down. Eating, dieting, and all that shit is completely flip-flopped. I mean, I eat dinner at 5 o'clock.
In the morning.
No, at night, 5:30, I eat dinner. 6:30, I go lay down, take a nap till 8:30 to try to trick my body into thinking, oh, I just woke up. It's time to go to work. It's morning.
Sure.
If I don't get that nap, dude, I'm fucked. So
Yeah.
that helps. And I get home, 5:45. I come in the house, fucking piss, right to bed. I'm in my bed, eyes closed by 6:10, 6:15.
Well, so how many hours of sleep do you get concurrently?
Possibly 6. Possibly.
Yeah. So that's the worst part. And
It
that's
is.
where I
It's
think,
tough.
that's where I think I'm not a good sleeper at all. I'm a terrible fucking sleeper. But I'm telling you, man, and there's science behind it. Go buy a little grounding thing.
All right. Give it a whirl.
So they used to sell like
I've spent $50 on fucking worse things, bro.
Of course. And so there used to be this thing of like a little floor mat. They do the same thing. So you'd plug the floor mat into the ground, and you take your shoes off, and you take your socks off, and you just have your feet touching the mat when you're working at a desk.
Okay.
And that's great. But you get up, you move, you do this, you got to put your shoes on, your shoes off. This is a whole fucking thing, right? But for this, if you can get like a good 6 hours of sleep on a grounded fucking thing, I'm telling you, man, like the pain that I would have in my right knee specifically kind of went away.
Yeah.
It just kind of went away. And oh God.
Oh, Jesus. We get it. You're a mother. You have a puppy. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, Jessica, you're so fucking cool.
Oh,
Your
my
husband's so
God.
fucking
Yeah.
hot.
Only guys that only get 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I barely.
Jesus Christ.
But also, too, when an intruder comes in,
Where?
that's when the wife never wakes up.
And yeah. Yeah.
You know, mothers are amazing. The mother of our children are fucking amazing, right? Jessica, you're amazing. Also pretty hot. But
Ryan definitely hacked her account,
yeah,
right?
this is Ryan.
Fuck you, Ryan.
But when an intruder comes in, sound of fucking sleep.
Yeah.
So when a baby cries, first of all, I'm up all the time. Like I know when Olivia's getting out of her bed before Olivia even gets out of her bed.
Yeah.
I'm up. We had a F2 tornado that ripped my favorite fucking bar in half the other day. And I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Olivia got up at 3:45. Already awake.
Yeah.
Because that's how this works. I'm like,
Krista, the other night, sleeping on the couch, as she pretty much does every night of the week.
that's a mark of a good relationship.
The
I suppose.
window, the front window was cracked because the weather was kind of nice.
Sure.
And she forgot to close it. So the window's cracked half inch. So car drives by, you hear drive by.
Boom,
No, we don't get that shit.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
God. There's none of that. So you'd hear car drive by, you hear the tires going down the wet road, whatever. Car literally across the street from my house, sitting in the road. Fucking window blown right out of it. Hoodlums were going through the neighborhood, smashing windows.
Oh shit.
So this window got broke 20 yards from the window where my wife
2 in the
is.
morning, 3 in the morning.
Be anywhere between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. because it happened while I was at work.
Got it.
Didn't hear a thing. Didn't hear a fucking thing. Yet she's sitting there, the TV's on, the dogs are fighting, and she can hear the furnace. We have a problem with our furnace. There's a tube that gets a drop of water and a condensation in it, and it won't kick on. So you got to pull the tube out and shake it and put it back in. She can hear that fucking thing downstairs over the dogs and over the TV and says, furnace ain't kicking on. Bitch, you didn't hear that car get broken too? What the fuck?
Yeah. Women have selective hearing.
They say we do, but I'm telling you, man,
No,
And she's
we're
bitching at me
just
the other
dumb.
day. Well, not bitching. She's like, you can help more. When you hear the fucking dryer buzzer go off, I'm like, oh, I never hear it. All you
hear it
gotta
all the
say is like, hey, dryer just went off. Would you mind running down there and just swapping shit out? No problem. I don't hear it.
Here's what
My
I hate
ears
about
are in
me.
tune with other shit.
What I hate about me is this. Everything. Number one, yes. Everything, number one. Number two, 1A is
To be.
when
Or
you're in a place where there's a lot of echo. So let's just say like you're in a brick bar or whatever, and one of your friends talks at a frequency that isn't here. It's not here. It's like here. And I have to like, Billy, my cousin. I have to do the same thing I do to Billy. I don't know what Billy's saying. Billy has Down syndrome. I love Billy. I don't speak Billy anymore. I used to when I was a kid, when I was around him all the time. I see him once every fucking 15 fucking years. So I go, oh, that's awesome. Oh, great. And I have to use his facial cues to gauge my response as a candid flash little fucking response. My ears are that bad. Also, if I'm in a conversation with somebody and we're in a crowded restaurant, not a lot of echo, crowded restaurant, people are ha 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 doing all that shit. There's music playing. I can hear a nose whistle. I don't get that. Like, why can't I just hear my friend talk at this frequency and not the nose whistle?
yeah.
Give me that. I think I'm haunted. I think the devil is toying with me. I think he's doing this.
A little marionette action.
Yeah. I think I'm like, I'm this. I don't get it. I hate that shit. Your friend, like when he gets to the apex of his story, he's like, anyway, so then I take the girl back and I fuck her. And I'm like, what? I don't get I don't get the fucker part.
There's other parts, like a same situation you're in, and all it takes is somebody or something in a higher octave, and I'm like,
but it takes you away.
And I'm gone, and they're still talking. I come back, and I'm like, it's like that moment when you're driving down the road, and you get lost in your thoughts, and next thing you know, you're 10 miles down the road, and you don't remember the last 10 miles.
And you miss
like that. I'm like,
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I'm like, and then you're like, oh man, that's great, and not knowing that I missed most of the good shit. And I'm like,
I hate that. I have the worst ears. I've been around.
Nod your head.
I've been around loud guitars my entire forever, and I can't enjoy myself when I can't hear somebody.
Yeah.
Like I know how crazy it would be to be deaf.
The guy I work
I'm not deaf because I can hear the microwave beep down here, which is 1,000 yards away from the fucking microwave. I can hear beep.
You can hear the crackhead's microwave going off when the meth is done, right?
Oh, dude, we used to live next to this lady that had a phone in her barn. Like a mile away. A mile away. We have kids' toys, we have fridges, we have all the beeping and stuff like that. And I hear this fucking faint ring, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? But if my kid is telling me a story and it's at a certain octave, can't hear it.
Yeah.
Also, kids' stories are terrible. So maybe.
Yeah, dude, get to the fucking point, and then they get to the point, and they're all laughing, and you're like, fuck. And you got a fake laugh, like it was the greatest story you ever heard. Like Brady got derailed the other day during a story. I had no idea where he's going. I got Carissa, and we're sitting at dinner table, and she just shakes her head no real quick, and he's just going off, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck did you just say? Fuck you, Ryan.
Jesus Christ.
There's no way Jess is this mean to us, because you know what's gonna happen if this is truly Jess and she's this mean. You thought Ryan was drunk after the golf tournament last year? Wait till August.
He's gonna die this year.
Wait till August. Oh, there he is.
Oh my God, he's got 2 phones in his hand.
I got 2 phones.
Number one,
Kevin Gates, motherfucker.
Jessica, I believe it's from Brockton.
That's south, right? Like Dunkirk, Fredonia.
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
a little east of that. Yeah.
I believe she's from Brockton. She's a little salty because we used to beat the fuck out of them in basketball, even with fucking Matt Tuggle, and Paul Hawk. No big deal. Number two, she is this salty and she's funny as fuck. So I think it is her. I think they're in bed together.
They're on vacation, I think, somewhere.
Ryan's being awfully nice, so I'm sure one of them came, and I'm sure
It wasn't.
Jessica.
He was not.
It was not Jessica.
Hey, you remember after the golf tournament, we went to the campground and Jess didn't talk to us?
I do remember that.
It wasn't our fault. It's not our fault.
We're
There's
lucky to
zero
play
pictures
dodgeball.
ever of us holding Ryan down, pouring beer in his mouth.
No.
Because at that moment we didn't take pictures. Phones away, assholes.
There were moments where Ryan was insisting that I take gummies and drug myself. I'm like, what is this, 10 milligrams? Like, yeah, 10 milligrams. And I go to Mars for 3 days. Allegedly. Allegedly button. Allegedly.
I really hope that golf tournament happens this
One
year.
more
And
time.
I think they're saying this could be the last year for
One
it.
more time.
I mean, at least with their group.
What the video? Yeah. I might have that.
You're in possession of all those cameras.
I know, but they were all
Have
filmed.
you watched them?
Some came through, some did not.
Okay.
Yeah. So my bad. I'm gonna if the golf tournament's happening this year, I'm gonna invest in GoPros, which will film the entire time.
Yeah, we need to put one on the cart in the corner for us. We need one on the opposite end, filming like forward and shit. Because honestly, if we could have got that Epstein
one more time,
joke,
Tracy, you're saying it? Is it in? Is it in?
When we destroyed Kevin when they left,
I do have.
You were laying on the ground.
I do have that,
dude.
I have that. I don't.
Can we please? We probably shouldn't name that tournament that, but we're. All right. I vote we get 8 shirts dedicated
Epstein faces.
to Epstein's.
All Epstein faces.
Like we should definitely. Now. Well, obviously we're putting Kevin's face on him because he fucking looks just like him. We need bedsheet nooses. Private jets and pictures of like an island.
Yeah, I'm in, dude. I can't fucking wait. I can't
wait. Blurred out like notebook, like where the names would be, it just blurred out.
It just says redacted everywhere. I can't wait. Tracy, if it's on, I will.
Dude, please let it be on.
He says it's on. It's on. So I have time to plan it. God damn it. Yes. I'm so fucking excited.
I can't wait to actually golf this year.
I can't wait to actually, first of all, like the first year that I met Epstein. Kevin.
He drove us home that year, right?
I don't remember because I got roofied by my friend, allegedly. So I don't remember seeing him. So when we go into the clubhouse the second year, I pull you aside. I'm like, that guy looks a lot like Epstein.
First year was the fuck shack. Second year was the camper at Dairy Lake State Park. So yes, okay, yeah. All right, yep. So that was the second year.
No. So this last year
was the house
we rented. When did we first meet Epstein?
First year.
Yeah, okay. Don't remember.
He drove us back to the fuck shack.
I don't remember it at all. Like I don't remember meeting him.
Has took us back second year.
Yeah.
To the camper.
Yes. Third year, I go in the clubhouse and I see fucking a guy that just got Hillary Clinton. And I'm like, and I go to you, I'm like, hey, that looks exactly like Jeffrey Epstein.
He's like, dude, I seriously cut you off. As soon as you started talking, I'm like, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, and you go, hey, We've hung out with him for 2 years in a row.
He drove us back to our house one day and he was fucking hammered.
Don't remember.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
We stuffed ourselves in his little ass car.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of it.
So fucking
None of it. I remember the last one was great. I think I was good. Well, no, I was bad at golf. Second year, I was pretty good at golf.
I wouldn't say pretty good. You were way better than you normally would have been.
Yes. So
Yeah.
if it's on this year, I'll take some lessons. I'll get back in the
I
game.
got golf lessons for my birthday.
You want to punch out of here, take a piss, and do another one?
Yeah.
Maybe Jessica won't be so fucking mean.
Yeah. Ryan, just slip a finger or two into her, calm her down.
Yeah, you got Ryan. You go 2 in, and then you go up. You go up, and then when she says stop, that's when you fucking hammer it, and then just water roll. And that's how you make girls squirt.
Abstein's last ride.
It's a talent. All right, we'll get out of here, and we'll come right back with another riveting episode of Two.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got all the wine down here, so I'm good. All I gotta do is find a new bottle. I've already destroyed a bottle of wine.
I have to find a toilet to shit in.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ryan, are you on vacation somewhere? I thought I saw pictures of him on vacation. I mean, I guess it's late.
Like gay
right?
vacation. All right, we'll get out, and we'll come right back.
All right.
Jessica, you're awesome. Ryan's lucky. You are pretty hot. Good for you, Ryan. In and up, Ryan. In and up. In and up. In and up. In and up. She goes, I'm gonna pee.
Just inside the hood.
Drop the hammer
Up at the top.
And then just waterworks.
Yeah.
Squirt City.